Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily. Everton have been today linked with a move for Juventus defender Merih Demiral, according to Calcio Mercato. The Juventus defender is 23 years of age, and Juventus have decided that he can leave this summer. They want him off the books by June the 30th to get his wages off. He's a player who Everton have looked at in the past. The only way this kind of makes sense is if Everton are prepared to sell Yerry Mina. Obviously, we've seen stuff with Yerry Mina over the last few weeks with Koulibaly linked and people like that. And because Everton are well stocked at centre-back, they've got Michael Keane, Ben Godfrey, Yerry Mina, Mason Holgate, Jared Branthwaite coming back from a loan spell at Blackburn as well. So the only way Everton go after a centre-back is if someone goes out the door. We know that Carlo Ancelotti is an admirer of Demiral. Like I say, he was linked with us last season. But we'll have to see whether there is anything in this. We're getting into transfer rumours territory now, aren't we, as they hot up. So we'll see whether there's anything in this. On the back of that, Manchester United have apparently tabled a bid for Dominic CalvertLewin, according to the Daily Telegraph. £80 million is what Everton want for the striker, if you believe this story. It also goes on to say that Everton are looking at bringing in Chelsea's Tammy Abraham if they were to sell Calvert-Lewin. Again, I think this is a little bit of Football Manager. It seems like. It could be wrong. It's just this is, United are looking for a striker. Edison Cavani, I think, is leaving at the end of the season. They want someone who's good in the air. Dom is obviously very, very good in the air. But I don't see Everton selling him. I don't see Calvert-Lewin wanting to get out the door anytime soon. Like I say, maybe wrong. And if Everton were to sell him for 80 million and buy Abraham for the 35 million that's being rumoured, then Everton would be able to reinvest that money in the squad and it'd give them more spending power. But I don't think Carlo Ancelotti is looking at losing Dominic Calvert-Lewin anytime soon. And like I say, it is Football Manager mode at the moment. On the back of that, Everton are leading the race for Pape Sarr. It was mentioned yesterday, the Daily Mail have ran this story. It's been picked up in France as well, saying that Everton are interested in the 18-year-old Mets midfielder. Like I said yesterday, he's an excellent profile for Everton, if a bit raw. I think he'd be fantastic for us to bring in and develop. Marcel Brands is a fan, according to these reports that have come out of France as well. But he will be a very interesting one. £27 million has been mentioned today. I think that's nonsense. It's far too high for an 18-year-old player. But he is definitely the kind of player that I think Everton should be bringing in to the squad. According to the Liverpool Echo, Everton are turning their attentions away from Norwich right-back Max Aarons. That is according to Phil Kirkbride. The Blues have watched Aarons, have been watching him repeatedly for the last year and a half. Lots of rumours going about for weeks and weeks and weeks that he wants to join Everton, and Everton are in talks with Norwich City. So this story to me smacks a little bit of Everton playing, playing poker, really getting it out there that they are looking at other options. The one line which doesn't make any sense is he doesn't fit the right profile. That would have been identified immediately. So this to me does sound like it's one of them where you put it out that you're not really as interested in the player as a lot of people are making out to try to drive that price down. Diogo Dalot has been linked again today with Everton. He's on loan in Italy. We know that Everton had a look at him. Manchester United wouldn't loan him to the Blues last summer transfer window. His physicality is better than Aarons in terms of he's 6 foot, but Aarons is quick and is really good on the ball. But Everton quite clearly operating in the right-back market this summer. It's something that has needed work for a few years. So either of those, I think, will be good, but I wouldn't read too much at the moment into the Liverpool Echo story. Not saying that Phil Kirkbride hasn't been given that information, but sometimes information is leaked into the wider area to try and put the selling team on alert a little bit. And finally, Everton's under-18s were knocked out of the FA Youth Cup by West Bromwich Albion at the quarter-final stage last night. The Young Blues had beaten Manchester City and Chelsea away in the last 2 games, went to the Hawthorns, took the lead through Stanley Mills, son of ex-Leeds and Manchester City fullback Danny Mills, but were beaten by 2 late goals. So really disappointing for Paul Tate's men, fallen at the quarter-final stage, but they have done really well this season. That is it for the News Daily. Give the video a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't, and if you want more daily videos, including live videos, join us on Patreon. And don't forget, Toffee picks for Everton Aston Villa is now live, so play that as well. See you later.